Hey everybody, it's Brian back with the VIP Soundcheck, and I'm back with a brand new You Gotta Hear This. And today I'm going to talk about the new song and video and show it to you from my friends Freeze the Fall, and the song is called Oubliette. Now, normally when a Freeze the Fall video comes out, I like to do a full reaction so I can give you my initial reaction to it as it's playing. But as you guys may know, I am currently, in temporary housing, living in a hotel in Nashville, and unfortunately I don't have all of my equipment that I would need in order to really do a good reaction. So instead I decided to just go ahead and I've got my camera and I can do a You Gotta Hear This. So I did go ahead and watch this, and as with everything from Freeze the Fall, it's incredible. And as they always do, they really do a great job of telling a story with the song and the video. So I'll take a step back, and if you're not familiar with what an oubliette is, it's a French word, and it comes from oublier, which is loosely translated to forget. So this really is kind of a torture chamber. It's a dungeon, and it's only accessible from a hole or a hatch, like in a really high ceiling. And basically, it's throw somebody in there, lock away, forget about them, throw away the key, and they starve to death there. And it's horrible. And so this song and video is really from the perspective of that person. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and play the song and video, and then afterwards I'll come back and kind of give some more thoughts on it. So again, here's Oubliette from Freeze the Fall.
Is it comfortable to let me fade away? Does this all exist? Was I so wrong? Was I wrong? Am I wrong? Time from above, she shows me what
Alright, so see what I mean? That was, again, another outstanding song and video. Now, I like, and they've done this before, I can't remember which song, but it wasn't Glitch. Anyway, I know that they've done Black and White before with particular videos. And I like how they did it here because it kind of lent itself to that atmosphere of despair. You know, and I also like the way that all three of them were dressed. So they were wearing, you know, very fancy, very kind of opulent clothing, but they were extremely disheveled, as if they themselves had been thrown into a dungeon and kind of been tossed away like garbage. So I thought that was cool how they did that, because one of the methods of torture with an oubliette is not only are you thrown into this dungeon and you starve to death, but many times, you know, on the floor above, people are actually dining and laughing and eating. So part of that mental torture is while you're starving and you're alone, you're hearing, you know, the laughter and people having a feast above you. So you can imagine not only the physical pain, but the anguish to that, the anger that would build, just the rage that would build up. And you got to think you'd go mad. You know, like you see the person in the video and they're writing, you know, was I wrong? Mentally you would go insane. And obviously that was one of the results that, you know, the sick individuals that would do this to people, that's what they were hoping for. And so I like how the band, they put themselves kind of in the position of that person who's been thrown into this prison, and, you know, kind of that feeling that they go through. The other thing that I thought was really cool is you'll notice there was a point where Quinn sang in French, kind of a nod to Oubliette, and nod to, you know, that really was a French, and I believe also used in England as a method of torture. And I thought it was pretty cool also because if you remember back to my interview with Freeze the Fall, one of the things that Quinn said was that she loves different types of languages and learning languages. So that was cool to see her do, you know, a verse in French like that. And I thought that was incredible. Again, all three of them, as always, nailed this out of the park. And I love how every song that they do doesn't sound exactly the same. You know, it's very much like The Warning or Smash Into Pieces like that, where, yes, there's the Freeze the Fall sound. You know it's a Freeze the Fall song. But it doesn't sound like everything else that they came out with. So I love this song, and you know, I hope that you guys enjoyed it as well. So definitely let me know down in the comments of what you think of this new song and video for Oubliette. And, you know, again, let me know what your favorite song by Freeze the Fall has been so far. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to keep up with everything that I'm putting out there. And as always, I want to thank you guys for spending this time with me. I love you all. God bless, and rock on.
Is it comfortable?